The Seriema is pretty awesome because it acts like a toolbox deck, and that basically means you can always try and search for the thing you need at that particular time. It reminds me a lot of Oswald Fiddlebender, which primarily uses like a combo deck to get out Paradox Engine and then kind of just go infinite, get out all your artifacts. But I don't really want to do that because I feel like we've already seen that. So we are using the Seriema as a toolbox, and it does include Oswald Fiddlebender, but we have abstained from using the engine because it's just a bit boring. But we can totally search for him, and then just he can eat up the Seriema and then turn it into another 4-drop like the Regalia or the Wind Crystal, and then we go again. There's not too many at 4, but then, you know, we can get into a Cataclysmic Gearhulk, which board wipes the field, and then into like a 6-drop. So there's not many of each, so it has to be like a very specific sequence of events. But he is there in case you want to add your own things. You know, you could go even heavier on the artifacts. But the issue is that I wanted to include a lot more legendary creatures that might also be artifacts as well. So we're hitting a lot of Venn diagrams here, and it does make it a bit difficult because it only searches for legendary creatures. And although that vehicles can now be your commander, they are still not creatures until they're crewed or stationed. So the Seriema can't search the Regalia, which is a shame. Because although it's not a legendary creature you can search, it can become one, and oddly it can be a commander. So there's a lot of different things going on here, but yeah, it's essentially a toolbox deck, and there's a few ways to bring the Seriema back as well if you lose it for any reason. We do have the Astelia Reclaimer, which is really nice, and its artwork is really nice as well. You can use the Warp to bring back the Seriema to get another another effect to find something from your deck, and you can cast it again for 5 mana to do the same. So that's really cool as well. We're also using the brand new Tezzeret, which is just awesome. I just want to see if we can abuse him in as many decks as possible because I really do like him. He is fantastic. So yeah, it's essentially like a white. I don't really know what to call it. It's kind of control-y. There's a lot of removal and ways to get rid of your opponent's things as you're just trying to have fun and just stationing the Seriema and going up. But yeah, I guess your WINCONs are Chimil, Godfarer Statue, and then the Immortal Sun. We've got the 666 here going on. But yeah, and we also have quite a lot of board wipes because our commander isn't an actual creature most of the time. I felt as though having lots of board wipes is not too bad, even though we have things like Farewell, Hour of Revelation, and Pen of Cleansing, which does hit everything, but the Seriema does make all your tap legends indestructible. So if you do have this out and your other things are tapped, you can happily blow up the world and your opponent will be affected more than you. So that's kind of cool. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Definitely a very cool commander. I definitely like this a lot. I think, weirdly, it might be better than the In Spirit, but we'll have to see. Do a bit more testing. But even like spaceships, just like me, Star Wars, all sorts of sci-fi stuff, this is a very cool, like, feel commander. The flavor where it's kind of like transporting a VIP from one planet to the next is really nice. I think it works really well. The ability's good, the art's good, it hits everything. Everything works for me. And it's fairly simple as well. You don't want to trip yourself over with loads of different station abilities. So let's go and see how it goes. Right, okay, we better hope we get some more mana here so we can actually take care of all these green things. Exercise, okay. Let's see if we can surveil a land to the top here. Perfect, okay. Now I'm feeling a bit more confident. Because we do have 2 wipes we need to get out of our hands. And, ooh, the Wrath of the Skies also deals with that as well, which is good. So because we have the Wrath of the Skies, I think we don't bother with the exercise yet. We don't need exercise. Oh, how false that is in real life. Different spelling, I know. Do they just go for Nissa here? So if Nissa comes down, it'll be a... Not only for 1. Interesting. Every single ability that comes into Arena has its own, like, little graphic to show you what it is. So Warp is... What is it, like? 4 concentric circles sort of thing. I wonder how long till they run out of shapes. I mean, not for a long time, but there's just a lot of abilities. Okay, another land is good. So I think... Because Seriema's going to die to the Wrath of the Sky, so do we just... But then it does let us tutor, right? So let's just use a 2 up. Doesn't matter too much if it dies, because we can bring it back. And it's not the end of the world. We go full around, a little bit of removal. And we discard a card. I think we'll discard the Dion. I'm really not too bothered about this in this match. I feel as though if they were using some kind of aggro build, it'd be kind of good to get 2 bodies out. So the Sylvan Anthem is annoying. But does it mean... Is it something we need to get rid of immediately? Don't know. Is it something we can just use a Dev Judgment for here? They've got 1 green up, so they might have some form of protection. They didn't attack with it, which means they have some form of protection. So let's just get out of their hand. Otherwise, they would have just dealt the 1 damage to us, which means that's getting... Yeah, okay, cool. That was a big tell. Let's make the Seriema a little bit more stationed. Oracle and a land on top, which is horrific. Especially because it's a fetch land. Oh my goodness, this is going to be bad. So that's 1 land. That's their regular land. And then they get 1 from here and so on and so forth. Got another land. Oh boy. And the scrying's actually pretty nightmarish as well with the Oracle, but... Okay, so they're having a Shire in the hand. Do we just... hold back the Day of Judgment then, or not? Don't know. Maybe we just bait them out a bit more. Let them get the Shire and stuff out. Maybe this is a terrible idea. I just feel like we know what's coming up. Like, the Shire is going to be nuts with the Nissa. And I feel like the Day of Judgment, being able to get rid of a lot more things is just a bit nicer. So as anticipated, the Shire did come out there. And the other cool thing is if we wipe here, we're actually ridding them of 3 lands in addition to everything else. Are they going to tap out? No. Okay. Oh, the Gearhulk's excellent as well. 6. And then, yeah, we just wipe. And then the cool thing here is that next turn, our ECD does actually revive our Loran. And then it will kill the Sylvan Anthem. Unless something goes wrong. Beast Whisperer. They're really low on lands now, which is kind of strange. Or we could get back Dion. Which is actually quite a bit more exciting. Yeah, that's a bit more exciting, isn't it? Let's get him out. And then now... we can station him. And we can bring back something later. Do we just... power 4? Maybe that was the wrong move. Don't know. Let's just go to combat. 23. The Gearhulk's going to be nice later on. I feel like I just want to save the exercise. Let's use the Soul Guide Lantern. And pass. Okay, so they are going to draw a hell of a lot of cards with the Beast Whisperer. But, as I said, we've got the Wrath of Disguise. And the Cat Gearhulk. So, I don't know. We've actually got a lot of options here. Put a counter on each creature control. They gain flying to a turn. Wow. And then destroy a permanent. That is crazily good as well. So many things we can do. Oh, that's such a shame we didn't get to see anything else. Kind of a weird concession there, don't you think? Considering they would have had extra land here, extra mana here and here. They had 5 mana. What were they so scared of? Flipping Dion into a 5/5, which couldn't have attacked immediately. We could have attacked with a Seriema and this. Yeah, very strange concession. I really thought we were in trouble there, but we had so many options. This is a cool deck for just tools. We have so many tools at our disposal, like Batman's belt. Wow, okay. My first ever Star Wars battle. But they've got a capital ship, and we just have some kind of cruiser fighter class ship. Let's see how this goes. Epic to see some kind of flavour sometimes, you know. A lot of decks are just, or matchup, should I say, just kind of like random mishmash, but see what we go with here. So they've got some proliferation going on. Let's go for the ramp. I think it's important to get the ramp out. And then next thing, if they go for the In Spirit, we can just use the Elspeth Conquers Death and exile it, I think. Before it gets, oh no. Cornucopia is going to give them so much mana. Oh dear. Ooh, Ruinous Blast. Okay. Well, this is why Toolbox is so good, guys. We're going to go for Loran first. And I think we definitely want to kill the Astral Cornucopia because the mana that's going to give is just insanity. I know there's an argument to be made. We could have just killed this and then the Ruinous Blast gets rid of everything else. Maybe that was the right thing to do. Oh my goodness, that was a quick... Whew, that was fast. Okay. Hour of Revelation. Do we just start again? Vanishing 2. Is that ever going to vanish? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ugh. Which do we want to get rid of? Are we just messing about now? I don't know. Let's get rid of the In Spirit. I feel like we're just durdling when we literally have the answers, but we just kind of... I'm scared of kind of like, I don't know. I don't want to lose everything. The hour is going to have to come out. It's going to have to be the hour soon. Oh, damn it. I don't know. Tap Legends get indestructible. And to 12. Okay, nothing to res anyway, so we're going to lose so many things with the blast. But they lose the 7/5. What's the right move here, guys? So we lose the Elspeth Conquers Death. Nothing to res anyway. Let's just do it. And and we lose that ramp as well. Okay. Well, we've got this online now, which protects our Loran from dying as much as that's worth. And then the Hour of Revelation just blows everything up. Solve the equation. Oh no, what are they going to get here? House Meld. Oh dear, that's annoying. Not flavorful at all. Ooh, Flash, Return of Permanent. Okay, fantastic. I think we're doing fine. And a 10. I like the sound of that. Nice. Thank you, Ambrosia. Also, if they use... Oh, they're going to Fumigate. Return another permanent to its owner's hand. Let's just draw. Let's try and get something out of this. Nykthos. What do we want to return? I guess we'll return the Seriema, because it just gives us something else to do. But annoyingly, they have the bloody house meld still, don't they? So, ooh, Cosmogran Zenith. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go for the Claim Jumper to give us a land. It's a tricky matchup because they're using... They're quite a control-y build. So what do we want to get? Something big, I guess. Not really sure. Elesh Norn's like a scary card, right? Okay, we'll go for Elesh Norn. We might as well get that inside there. So if they do go for House Smeld on any of our things, we could just blow up the world anyway. So the annoying thing is, though, they will actually get a trigger from this. We're both on 12. Oh, it's a difficult one. Scour for scrap. Search your library for an artifact. Put it in your hand. That's so powerful. Return target artifact from your graveyard to your hand. And they've got the Simulacrum Synthesizer. Again, we've got the way to kill this stuff. So I'm not too worried. Cornucopia. Static Prison can get rid of anything of those. You just blow the field up now. We could just pressure them first. Let's just pressure them, I guess. And then we can get rid of something as well. Get rid of this ramp. And oh wow, we got two things with the Elesh Norn, didn't we? That's kind of crazy. And smack for 9. Okay, well, if they have a wipe, we are kind of screwed. When I say kind of screwed, I mean very screwed. House Meld gets rid of one problem, but then we still have 3 attackers. I mean, Static Prison was pretty... We were very lucky to... I didn't even think about this combination here, but it's worked out pretty well. So essentially they need a board wipe, which will save them. And I think if they board wipe, they probably win, because that means they also have the House Meld in addition to that. Scour for scrap seems pretty crazy. For an uncommon, you get to tutor and return something. That is very creepy power. Very creepy power indeed. But then, and it's instant. What the hell? Why is that instant speed? There was no need. Yeah, this is an absolutely excellent card. It gets you a commander back from your graveyard and searches for a backup. But the thing is, the rares and mythics are so distracting that people normally forget about the uncommons in a set, which like gradually creep up in power. So, see what the opponent's playing. Are they playing silly buggers and just roping me? Maybe. Well, probably not maybe now. They've roped twice, right? That's definitely roping. Will they reach the 3rd rope? For newer players out there who don't know what roping is, it's because eventually, when you take too long, this orangey red rope appears in the middle of the screen normally. But for the opponent, it's this blue crescent-shaped thing that gets slightly smaller, right? And that's just roping. Roping, the art of wasting time. Let's see if they have an answer. And how many ropes have they used? Who knows? Of course we shall pay. Swing in. Settle the wreckage? No? Oh, okay. Fair enough. Well, we kept them to -13. Unlucky for some. Alright, this is cool because now, hopefully, I can show you a very cool synergy I discovered with Tezzeret and Smothering Tithe. So essentially, his loyalty only goes up when the artifacts come in, but with Smothering Tithe, that's going to be very, very often, especially in a format where our opponent draws loads of things and they can't afford to pay. Curse of Silence. I think I'm going to search for a basic just so we can make sure we can play Smothering Tithe. I mean, we could go for the Esper Sentinel, but we can't actually play it anyway. This turn, and then next turn we want to go for the Tezzeret. Yeah, this is an epic card, by the way. Starfield Shepherd. When it enters, search for a basic or a creature with mana value 1 or less, reveal it, put it in your hand. Very cool. They're keeping up all their mana, so should we try the Seriema? Does it get countered? Of course it does. Okay. Annoying, but there we are. There's no escape from it these days, is there? Every blue X deck we face has to have a counter in it. The interesting part here is that they forewent their Farseek the previous turn in order to do that as well. Forego, forewent, foresee, foresaw, forseek, don't say that one. Foreboding. Okay, well, let's try and resolve the Smothering Tithe first, because that is the more expensive one. And in addition to that, if they do draw a shed load of cards with this Prime Speaker's Zagana, we're going to get a lot of treasures. And treasures normally isn't that good by itself, but in a deck that cares about tutoring for something and then playing something big, it's kind of cool. They actually paid for it there. That's actually very surprising. Normally, it's also very good against control, because it stops them just always having all the mana up without stopping us, you know what I'm saying? Alright, let's go for Curse of Silence. I'm going to name Pro Speaker Zagana just to slow him down a bit. There we are. I was never a fan of this card at first, but then I realised that it is crazily good. Because you're stopping people constantly going, over, just casting their command over and over and over again. I think we'll go for the Sentinel now. So as you can see, we have quite a few taxation effects going on, which White does like to do. I suppose River's Rebuke is our biggest foe, but it always is, right? You can't really say that anymore because it's just one of those things that it's almost inevitable for it to happen. Return all lands from your graveyard to the battlefield tap. How many lands? That's 2. So let's just crack this. Exile each opponent's graveyard. I don't want them to get any lands. Okay, and then we also have the Elspeth Conquers Death now, which I'm thinking is a good time for that. Okay, nice. And the only artifact land I think we have left is the artifact land. So I'm not really too bothered about searching for that yet. Okay, so we're doing okay, right? We're going to get enough mana to cast the Seriema, and then something else comes out, hopefully.
Mana still obeys me here.
Tyler's Provisioner. That would also be great in a deck with Tezzeret, because your lands equal foods or treasures. Create 3 Dryads. Oh my god, and we get Alishnorn as well, which is really quite good. But then they also get lots and lots of mana, which is scary to think of what they're going to do. Surge of Salvation plus Elish Norn is just a beautiful coupling of cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. let's just leave. I want to leave at the Surge of Salvation, which means sadly we can't do either of these things, because basically I need to protect the Elish Norn, because I have a feeling that Simic, all of Simic's best creatures are ETB based. So let's think about them, right? So you've got Crater Hoof Behemoth, you've got this Prime Speaker Zergana. So let's keep our Elish Norn as safe as we can. Destroy up to one thing. Well, there we are. There's one of the things. And that's not even a Simic card. Now, the issue here is that... Yes, we had nothing to revive. Yes, that's a shame. They've got 3 mana up. Oh, double the triggers of everything as well. That's cool.
I bow.
I guess we can go for the old favourite Lorana. I seem to always just pick this every single time. And Ambrosia is going to be nice because they're going to try and kill something with the Cityscape Leveler. So, yes, we're going to play Lorana, kill the Cityscape Leveler, and then when they cast it from the graveyard, we can protect the thing they want to kill. How lovely is that? And we get 2 triggers, which is just absolutely beautiful. Let's destroy Spelunking, because that's annoying. Nice, 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 nice. And do we want to put anything in the spaceship? Untap target artifact or creature. Okay, so we can crew here, or station, should I say. And then we can untap Elish Norn.
Make yourself useful.
And then we can do it with the Sentinel. Okay, nice. And now we can just attack with the Vigilance guy. So I don't feel massively safe because we all know Simic's got some incredible BS. And it's a bit of a non-bow here, isn't it? Because Elish Norn has Vigilance. It means that it won't get protection from the Seriema. Other tap legends have Indestructible. Yeah, so... And they keep paying for our treasures here. Which mean... And they're going to pass. What? That is pretty suspicious, if you ask me. Let's go for the Palantir, then. Counterspell at all? Okay, that's excellent for a few reasons. It means that Tezzeret gets double counters. And then we can ultimate him. Or try to. Unless they counter bounce or something.
My network is already vast.
Overloaded Cyclonic Rift. Okay. Well, we can crack the treasures to gain some mana back. Oh, that's annoying. Into your hand. Okay, yeah, that is pretty irritating. But what can we do? Well, Elish Norn stops the Prime Speaker. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that sucks. Okay, so we have to discard something now. Guess we'll discard the Loran. She's kind of done her job here. It's almost... I said River's Rebuke, didn't I? But I didn't account for the Rift. So here comes the Leveler. As expected. And then when they attack, they'll target the Elish Norn. And they could have a cast spell. It's entirely possible. It looks like they do, right? So they're going to get a... Yeah, that's a shame. But the thing is, that's it now. Leveler is done. Leveler is gone. My god, I felt like they put a lot of effort in for that. Gandalf. I don't want them to draw any cards with the Prime Speaker, to be honest. Bloody hell. It's basically a battle of attrition, isn't it? Okay. Prime Speaker. Where are you, my alphabetical friend? Okay. 7 left. But they've got so much stuff. Do I want a 3-2? Not really bothered. Alright, let's go for Gandalf. Cast legendary spells, artifacts that had flash. Okay. Gandalf, my friend. So yes, they still have the mana for the Zagana. I just wanted to slow them down a bit. Oh. They're going to create many, many tokens. Oh, that's why they were so adamant of getting rid of the Elish Norn, wasn't it? Okay, that is absolutely ridiculous. 3 Tireless Provisioners. And a Titan of Industry. Holy crap. They're going to destroy the curse? Yeah. But they still quit. I mean, what the actual hell? I was so hyped to see where that was going to go, and they just end up quitting. Well, what was the point of that excellent move then? Provisioner was going nuts there. They played something big. I was pretty intimidated, and they just quit on me. Absolute coward. You lasted that long. I think they should have just played the Prime Speaker Zagana, because they would have drawn... Or waited a turn, right? They could have waited a turn and then played this, even for its cost of 8 to draw 7 or something would have been good. Yeah, we could have Seriema and got 2 things. And maybe that's what they were scared of. But that's nuts. We beat a Simic deck with fear. That's not something you normally do. I rarely see that, guys. So, yeah, absolutely love this deck. It's just amazing, you know. It just one of White's downsides is card advantage. But if you're constantly drawing some awesome toolbox cards, it's just amazing what you can do. And you know, with this bloody Loran, which I search for literally every single game today, crazy. You're basically searching for a naturalize. Love it. Like and subscribe, guys.